Howdy, hey, future people. Nobody's home, so let's get these videos out. Yes.
I can make you feel alive.
I know, but do I need you to survive?
So, I thought today I would talk about my education, my high school education specifically, because I feel that's the most formative years of education. It steals the most personality away from you, you know what I'm saying? But I went to an online school, and I feel that robbed me from a lot of experiences and was significantly more difficult than going to a brick and mortar school. That's what we were forced to call it. We had to call it a brick and mortar school because they insisted they were still a public education. Technically they're right, but it doesn't have the same experience. I just made a video on online friends. This is where I met all of my online friends. So they are better, but the education was not better for me. I had lost a big sense of confidence and ability to socially interact due to this school. I wasn't able to become more myself until I was forced to get a job. Being in a cyber school forced me to read paragraphs on paragraphs online for no reason and deal with a lot of technical stress. I can thank this school for teaching me a lot of things for computer sake. I am very capable in Microsoft Word and PowerPoint now due to the school having all its projects and assignments basically on PowerPoint. But I didn't get the enjoyment and satisfaction of finishing up a poster board or being in any science fairs. And I wasn't able to participate in any sports, obviously. But if I went to a public school, I would have been able to try out for things I was interested in, even if I didn't stick it out. But with the cyber school, everything's forced online. So it was very difficult for me. I didn't find enjoyment in the school as much as others did. My mother thought I would be bullied if I had went to a public school, but I feel like that would have helped me grow more because she was more bully to me than anybody. Is that too personal? Who cares? It's on the internet. It'll stay forever. Cyber school also robbed me of formative experiences. From tradition, cyber schools have prom with people you know. Mine had proms all over the state, and you would only know the person you brought, which sucked. It robbed me of a normal prom and of a graduation because I wouldn't know anybody there. I didn't go to either of those things because I knew I wasn't going to know anybody. And in public school, you know a majority of the people there. You know who you're talking to for graduation. You know who you're going with prom. Half the time it's a group of friends, but in cyber school, I wasn't as acknowledged. I always reached out to other people, and I just feel like cyber school robbed me from a lot. Cyber school can be beneficial for some, but for me, I'm very distracted by everything. Filming this video, I've got distracted by just birds flying out the window. So this school, being on a computer, always distracted me. And then the homework was significantly difficult. I could follow a rubric word for word and still get bad grades. The school drained me all the time because I would sit at a desk at a laptop for 8 hours and stress myself out over homework. It was it felt kind of dehumanizing. We didn't have any backpacks, so that took away from the school experience. Back to school shopping was literally just notebooks and or binders. And I never got the experience of being able to switch up my style because you could go to class in your pajamas and it not matter. And it kind of pisses me off when I see these people complaining about online Zoom classes. I get where you're coming from, but you have to appreciate that you're just able to do school. Because I can admit that the school probably helped me be the tiniest bit smarter than I could have been in a public school, but it robbed me of so much more. It wasn't even my choice to go, and teachers would always talk about how it was our choice, and if we didn't want to be in an online school setting. We should go to a public school with brick and mortar. And like, no, sometimes it's not our choice. Sometimes our parents just don't have the time to drive us to school and there's not a bus in our area. But that wasn't the case for me. Like, there was a bus in my area that could have taken me to the public school. It just wasn't fair. And if you're thinking of putting your kid in cyber school because of bullying, okay, that's fair. A lot of students were in there because of bullying. But what I noticed more is there was a lot of rich kids in this school. And the only reason they went to the cyber school was so they could have a private education. Like, what kind of pompous asses? Like, teachers controlled when we talked to each other. And it was fucking bullshit. They could close off chat and you just never talk to any of your classmates. You see 22 people and you're not allowed to talk to them even before class. I had multiple classes like that. And then I had another class where study groups got punished. Like, if we were going to do our assignments together and send each other the documents, they would get punished, but with zeros because they considered it cheating. Fucking study guides got marked as 0 for cheating. What? We literally used the same book, and it was fucking bullshit. I don't recommend cyber school. Everyone always asks me, would I recommend cyber school? And I wouldn't. I'm just truly not capable to tell anybody, hey, send your kid to cyber school. It's going to be good for them. Because I don't know if it's going to be good for them. It wasn't good for me. I became so enclosed and like very anxious everywhere. When I got my job, it didn't even take me a week to grow out of my shell. I'm an extrovert at heart, and this school robbed me of that for years. I wasn't able to figure out a formative style of what I wanted, and isn't that what high school's supposed to be? I was always the good kid. I never snuck out, I didn't do alcohol or drugs. I was a good kid, and I'm glad to say that, but it's not fair that I couldn't even rebel once, or I couldn't go out with a group of friends and do something and not tell my family. I was just sheltered all the time because of this cyber school, because somebody else decided it for me. So really have a sit-down conversation with your kid if you're thinking about cyber school, because be honest, will they benefit from being shut in, always home, and maybe not do clubs? They have clubs in the school. That's not what I'm saying. They do have online clubs for the school. However, it's not the same as a club you will be in person. Like, an art club in person is going to be so much more valuable than an art club online. I met some good friends in art club until my GPA dropped so low because of the school. I put a lot of effort into that school and dealt with a lot of depression, just beating my way through homework, and my GPA was still very low. Cyber school robbed me from a normal high school experience, and I don't think I feel like it's kind of traumatic. I don't know. I haven't talked to a therapist or anything about it, but I know that's going to be something that comes up when I get my therapist. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Tell me what you guys think about online school and online education, and I will see you in the future. Bye-bye.
French vanilla, I think I should sit this one out. Maybe a cup of self-control would do the right. It's the flavor you want. Maybe so, but it feels better to check